Hello, what's going on, people? Welcome back to this channel, Football Therapy, with me, your host, Yan. Hope you're doing well, mate. I really do hope that. Welcome back to Chelsea News, the daily, that's right, pretty much daily series here on the channel, where I reflect on what's being said about Chelsea, giving you my opinion on it, more importantly, asking for yours, mate, the viewer, the listener, the subscriber, the fan. Things are popping off at the moment. Chelsea are doing well, really well, going under the radar with Graham Potter. But things are changing, of course. There's so much transitional stuff to do. There's lots going on with sporting directors, technical directors. I'm not talking about that today. I am talking about Hakim Ziyech. Could he be off to Tottenham? Dennis Zakaria, the loan that never happened, question mark. Is it going to be terminated in January? Could that be related to Loftus-Cheek? Kylian Mbappe. Yes, sensational name there. Wants to leave Paris Saint-Germain. Spoiled brat? Could we need the therapist Graham Potter to get into his head and make him perform, etc, etc, etc? He wants to go Real Madrid. Real Madrid probably don't want him. What's going to happen? Could he come to Chelsea? We'll read an article on that as well, or speculate ourselves. So thank you for joining me. Please do remember to just click like on the video. It takes a split second and it's a nice service from you to me. You are, of course, welcome to subscribe to this channel, and should you choose to do so, I recommend you hit that sweet, sweet bell, baby. It's not my best, but we move. So let's start off with current Chelsea players. We might even talk about a bit of Mason Mount, because there's a huge talking point at the moment. He seems to have gone up a level, but we'll see how we get on. I'm gonna reference 90 Min here, article by Graham Bailey and Tom Gott. Dennis Zakaria and Hakim Ziyech free to leave Chelsea in January. Ziyech isn't playing much football. Great talent. I like him. Many of you like him. But it doesn't seem like he's going to be part of the Chelsea Hogwarts, Graham. Oh no, how long can we make Harry Potter jokes? I'm not sure. We'll find out. You might already be pissed off. Let's dip into this and get some context. Chelsea are looking to terminate Dennis Zakaria's loan move in January. 90 Min understands, with the Blues also ready to listen offers for winger Hakim Ziyech as well. Zakaria joined Chelsea on deadline day. That's not a panic signing, is it? During the summer, but is yet to play a single minute for the club and is not featured in a single Premier League matchday squad so far. Pause. That is weird. To not even feature in a Premier League matchday squad, that's got to make you think, not impressing in training, this is speculation, we're going to read on, not passing fitness tests, possibly something in the loan contract that if he makes certain appearances, the loan fee goes up, or I doubt there's an obligation to buy, but there could be some weird stuff in the contract that we don't get, do you know what I mean? Sources have confirmed to 90 Min that Zakaria does not feature in the plans of current boss Graham Potter. Guys, he's just got here. Can we not call him current boss? I know it's Chelsea and we give them the bullet every 5 minutes, but just say Chelsea boss. Long-term Chelsea boss. Legacy Chelsea boss. Dynasty Chelsea boss Graham Potter. Not current boss Chelsea Potter. I can't even. Current boss? Easy for me to say. Who handed a debut to young Carney Chukwuemeka. Apparently I'm saying it wrong. So I'm saying Chukwuemeka. Chukwuemeka or something like that. If you know how to pronounce it phonetically, please do correct me down in the comment section. But for the moment, I'm calling him Carney Chukwuemeka, ahead of naming the Swiss international on his bench for the recent 3-0 victory over Wolves. The dilemma for Chelsea is, however, that Zakaria made 2 appearances for Juventus this season before moving to Stamford Bridge, and the FIFA rules dictate that a player cannot represent 2 teams across one campaign. Should he play Should he play a minute for the Blues, he will be unable to join a third side. Interesting. So maybe this is like a deal here, bro. Look, you want to play some football this season, you can't play football for us. Interesting. Chelsea hope to return Zakaria to parent club Juventus, but the Serie A side have no obligation to take him. Crap. And so the Blues are hopeful that current Juve boss Massimiliano Allegri is relieved of his duties before the January transfer window, and his hypothetical replacement wants Zakaria back. Pause. I don't think Allegri's going to get canned. I mean, the Juve are absolutely shambolic, shocking. They're really poor in the league. They got beaten twice by Maccabi in the Champions League. They're not going to go at the group stage. I believe, what's his name? The big geezer, I forget his name, the head honcho at Juve, the one that wants the Super League, that snake. You know which one I'm talking about. He's like, yeah, we don't fire managers mid-season. If we do consider a managerial change, we will do it at the end of the season. That doesn't bode well for Chelsea cancelling Zakaria's contract. But who knows? If they keep tanking down the league, they'll have to do something. But it will be very expensive to sack Allegri. He's on what the roadman call bare peas. So therefore, hard to sack. No wonder they want a Super League. They've just got no money. Yeah, so that'll be interesting. Maybe Allegri will walk away for a discounted fee. While that matter is largely out of their hands, Chelsea are also understood to be looking to offload Ziyech once the transfer window opens. The Moroccan international was on the fringes under former manager Thomas Tuchel and has struggled for minutes under Potter. And sources have confirmed that he is once again free to leave the club in January. We should have sold him to Ajax in the summer as an Antony replacement. Because I think we wanted something like best part of 40 million for him, which is chicken oriental, mate. We should have just... I know we might have needed him, and, you know, they were probably thinking, the ownership was probably thinking, well, if we get Potter in, because we might can Tuchel soon, maybe he'll really like Ziyech. And, you know... And we've got him in case he wants him. Turns out, right, Potter doesn't want Ziyech. We need to flog him. As was the case last summer, both Ajax, and AC Milan, of course, are interested in pursuing a deal. Yeah, and it makes you think, Rafa Leao. I know he's been crap against us in two fixtures in the group stage. Had a couple of good dribbles, but you can see there's something special there. Transitional, devastating player, Rafael Leao. Can't talk today. Though there is concerns about his pressing, but we'll talk about that another time, should the rumours boil up more. Chelsea are prepared to allow Ziyech to leave on loan, perhaps for 18 months. Isn't that the rest of his contract? But co-owner Todd Boehly is pushing for a permanent departure to raise funds and free up space in the squad, which of course, ladies and gentlemen, would make the most sense. Boehly is looking to overhaul the team's forward line and is already in deep talks with Christopher Nkunku of RB Leipzig, while he has also asked the Bundesliga side about incoming striker Benjamin Sesko, who will join from Red Bull Salzburg next summer. I bet we already have made inquiries about Sesko, or back in the line, the system. Yeah, it does seem Christopher Nkunku is done, which is very exciting. That was leaked to the media, and we heard stories. We've reflected on stories about Nkunku here on the channel. I guess he will play as one of the players behind the striker. I mean, Aubameyang will be another year older, and maybe Breuer will be starting then. Who knows? Where is Nkunku going to play in, Graham Potter's Chelsea? If we play a 3-5-2, he could just support a striker up front, and Mason Mount looks like he's been occupying deeper spaces in a midfield three, which, Mason Messi looks like he's on flames, so let him cook. He's the only player so far this season to start every game under Graham Potter, Mason Mount. But we do look like we want to revitalise the attack. No one is safe. Hudson-Odoi looks like he's doing good things at Borussia, not Mönchengladbach, Bayer Leverkusen in the Bundesliga, of course. And it will do one of two things. It will entice Potter to bring him back and utilise him, or it will increase his player value and allow Chelsea to sell him, because he'll still have a couple of years left on his deal, for a decent amount of money. A good loan, regardless. Many of you think he'll make it at Chelsea, and I kind of hope he does, because he looks like, when he gets going, he looks different. Hudson-Odoi, he looks absolute mustard. Bellissimo, or some German reference, Das ist gut, mein Bruder. Look, on the subject of revitalising the attack, as this 90-min article has said, let's jump over to football.london and talk about some sensational story stuff. Jake Stokes with trends writer Tom Coley is speaking about, we speak about Reece James' injury against Milan, but more sensationally, Kylian Mbappe's transfer stance. Now, if you're not up to date with this, the shit show that is Paris Saint-Germain implode. Do you know what? On a quick tangent, I was looking at their lineup the other day, and I know like Di Maria's gone now and people, but I don't know if it was because they had injuries, but their bench was like horrific. And I was thinking like, this is meant to be like, you know, the all-stars. Like, what's going on here? It was like, you know, anyway, that's a minor tangent, but Kylian Mbappe isn't happy at PSG. He plays up front with Neymar and Messi, but apparently he just wants a target man like Giroud, like he does at France. Which is pretty funny. Like, you've got Neymar and Messi, and he's like, no, I don't want to play with these guys. I want to play with Peter Crouch. That's what I want. Get me Peter Crouch. Sadly, he's retired, Kylian. Look, he wants to leave PSG. Apparently, Los Blancos, PSG, Real Madrid, of course, was his like target destination until he decided to palm them to stay at PSG. They might have turned their back on him, and maybe they'll want to try and buy Erling Haaland off Man City in a couple of years. There's a rumoured release clause for like £175 million. They were prepared to pay that for Mbappe. They probably see Haaland scoring those goals in the Premier League and do it for him. I mean, look, man, it's amazing watching Haaland score goals in the Premier League. I love it. You love it. Our leagues look higher profile. If someone said to you, Real Madrid can come and take him away and bring him from the Premier League, you'd say, abso-fucking-lutely. Get him out of here, man. Get him out of my sight. Look, I'm half joking. It's great to have him, but he can go. Look, this is titled Kylian Mbappe Hope. Chelsea have been given hope that they could sign Kylian Mbappe as the Paris Saint-Germain star is reportedly coming to an end in his time in France amid a complete breakdown with his club. We're going to talk about his attitude, his wages. Stick with me. The 23-year-old joined PSG in 2018 permanently after spending one season on loan from Monaco, and then he moved for £162 million as a youth, fam. He must, as a teenager, £162 million. Deep that. I mean, he's very good, but, you know. But may leave a lot sooner than his 2025 expiry on his contract suggests. According to Spanish publication MARCA, Mbappe wishes to leave PSG as early as January. No one is happy at PSG, are they? Like, what? Like, you know, it's not, you know, it's not good there, is it? It had previously been expected that Mbappe would join Real Madrid, with Florentino Perez desperate to make him part of their developing squad alongside young stars Aurélien Tchouameni, Eduardo Camavinga, Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo. But Marca state that Los Blancos is not an option for Mbappe. Of course, depends how stubborn they are. He turned their back on them, he fobbed them off, he palmed them, and therefore the league was pissed off at PSG. Like the La Liga, because they was going to get, you know, after losing Messi and Ronaldo, they were finally going to get an asset back that's going to, you know, boost up the league because they're falling so far behind the Premier League financially, etc., etc. So everyone was pissed from the Spanish side that he didn't go there. I mean, even to a degree, like, you know, Barcelona need Real Madrid to be strong. They sort of rely on each other to be strong. With Chelsea having previous ties to Mbappe, this is very loose. There's a chance that Todd Boehly could look to make the France World Cup winner a statement signing. He did some training with Chelsea when he was a very little kid. You've probably seen he's got a Chelsea shirt in a frame and there's that picture of him pointing to it. Look, man, the closest team he's been linked to in the Premier League is Liverpool, and he like waxed when they were like winning all the time a couple of years ago. He talked about them. Look, but Liverpool are pretty crap now, and they would never have the money to buy him. Done. Get Liverpool out of the way. If Real Madrid truly aren't interested for one reason or another, just theoretically, get them out of the way. He's at PSG. No Italian side could buy him. The Bayern won't buy him. Man City have got Haaland. Now look, he won't go to like Man United because why would you? This is all theory here. This is speculation, fun time, theorizing, you know, whatever. Thought exercise. Of course, Mbappe is a very, very, very impressive young man for a multitude of reasons. He's, of course, he's fluent in English. He has been since he was a teenager. He's just really, you know, he's fluent. He can do interviews in Spanish, of course, French. He's very intelligent. Now, he can be a little bitch. He's got an attitude problem. Clearly, he's got this ego problem. Huge problem. That so far, that's what you see. And many of you, quite rightly, would be like, because of that, Jan, no thank you, keep him away. And I'll agree, like, whatever. But then again, he is young. We have got the therapist manager in Graham Potter, who seems to be the calm, measured guy that will never get that will seem to dissolve problems in players. Clutching here, Jan. And he's very good at football. So maybe Graham Potter could chill him out. And maybe when he's not in his home city, Paris, where he feels like a messiah and deity, if he comes to like a club where it's a sporting project, he remember, Chelsea in a way, I'm not saying we're not state-owned like PSG, but in a way we want to develop this as a brand. PSG are a very Americanized football club, the partnership with Jordan, like the basketball style jerseys and stuff. Like Todd Boehly, he probably sees a lot of PSG in terms of marketing, branding, and thinks maybe we could bring that to Chelsea. If he wanted Cristiano Ronaldo, super old, whatever. Mbappe is 15 years younger than Ronaldo. It would be interesting. Chelsea would have to absolutely break wage structure for him. He'd probably be on silly money. It would probably be one of those things where you give them more of their image rights. You pay them, who'll be your highest owner, but also you give them all their image rights or something, and they make more money out of that, even though they pay for the club. Do you know what I mean? There's been some things like that in history that have been negotiated so the club don't pay out as more. It would be interesting. I'm not saying he's coming to Chelsea. But would he want to come to Chelsea? Maybe. Maybe he would want... If he's desperate to leave PSG, if he can't go to Real Madrid, would he want to come to... I don't think he'd want to go to, Liverpool. They wouldn't be able to pay him. Oh, I'm doing well at the moment. They're no longer that team he was waxing lyrical about. Could it be Chelsea? Barcelona don't have enough levers left. Look, man, let me know what you think. It's just a theoretical thought exercise. Comment your thoughts, feelings, and opinions down below. I'm really excited to read them. Thank you for your continued support and interactions, like your likes, your comments, and your subscriptions. Keep it locked to Football Therapy, and I look forward to seeing you, man. There you go, like button down there in the studio. Look forward to seeing you very soon. Take care, guys. Peace.